Hello, my name is Terhi Kaipainen and I come from Southeastern Finland University of Applied Sciences, where I work as an information specialist at the library services. My topic today is when degree programs go online, learning from the experience of co-teaching. Content of this presentation is something about Southeastern Finland University of Applied Sciences, also known as XAMK, communication skills course, co-teaching and Flipback Learning. So what did we do? And what did we as teachers learn about this experience? And what did the students think about the course and online teaching? XAMK has 4 campus towns in Mikkeli, Savonlinna, Kouvola and Kotka. I work in Mikkeli and we have about 10,000 students overall. Nowadays we have 7 degree programs which are taught and held only online. 4 of these are bachelor degree programs and 3 master degree programs. And there you can see how many degree programs we have overall. Of course, of this COVID pandemic, all the teaching has been online more or less year and a half nowadays. Next, I will tell you something about communication skills course and co-teaching. This course is mandatory for all Finnish bachelor degree programs and it's usually scheduled beginning of the studies. Course includes academic writing, so writing instruction and templates, which students have to know how to use references and something about grammar too. Another big part of the course is workplace communication skills. So how do I present stuff? How do I work as a team? How do I go to meetings and how do I negotiate? My part of the course is information literature skills. So we have basics of information literature and then students are starting to find sources and information about their own professional area and of course the topic of their essay. Co-teaching partner, I have a senior lecturer. She's teaching communication and Finnish language. My teaching method is feedback learning and her choice is process writing. I have tasks before, during and after lessons and I will tell this something more for you later on. Senior lecturer tasks are essay and blog portfolio. And in blog portfolio, students are collecting all the little tasks they are doing during the course. What we do together is we choose topics of the essay. So we give some topic ideas for the students beforehand. Usually there are something about workplace communication. And this is how we know what kind of information they need to seek and what kind of essays we will be waiting for. We also think about together timetable of the course. So where do we have online lessons and when do we have due dates for the tasks so we don't have all the due dates at the same time. Another important thing is to choose which online teaching digital tools we are using. It's important to use same ones and we choose Adobe Connect Pro conference system which we use when we are making lectures and having these lessons online. The senior lecturer is also using Microsoft Teams when they have some conversations too and where the students can talk with each other also. At the course, we are using model course platform, which we have built together. And it's really important that the platform is well defined, so it will be clear to students where is everything. We're using this tab form, you can see in the picture here. And there is also a timetable at the front page of this course. Every tab has an informative title and also a timetable for that week's tasks. And also there is my information literature skills, so there is also note that there is also some tasks before the lessons. We make instructions for the students in many forms, like text, pictures and videos, and also have to think about nowadays the accessibility, so it's also taking into consideration. We have put some discussion forums on the platform so the students can talk with each other and also communicate with the teachers in there. And then we record all the lessons, picture in here, and put it in its own tab on the course platform. And then there is a title of the recording, and then there is the content of the recording also in there. And students think it's really helpful for them, so they can go back to the recordings and listen to class or the lesson again. In my part of the course, I'm using the Flipback Learning method. So it means that before the lessons, students have already done some work, and we have kind of the same map we are landing on the course, and we have more time to interact during the class. So before lessons, students independently first answers for me this starting survey. Me as information seeker, I'm using Microsoft Forms for this. So they have their questions like, in which purposes do you search information overall? Where do you search information? How do you evaluate the information you have found? And what kind of information you think you need when you are going to working life or you are in working life? These students are adults. That's why the question is like that. And this is how I can know something about students beforehand. And also, I think it's like students can be landing about the idea of information seeking is more than just Google and internet. Then they have to look about 5 videos and go through this information seeking online guide, which is open for everybody. There is a website you can go to see the online guide in English. The picture is from the Finnish side of the course, and I have made those videos myself, picture in here. And then in the end, they have to do short Moodle test to test how they done. During the lessons, we first go through the main points of the survey answers, and I usually summarize the answers in the workload, the picture below. And there has been a question about where do you find information overall, and like you can see, the Google is the main answer there. Also, they say parents or mom or friends and library. Then we check out the test results for the whole group, and I pick up some main points to be revised if there is a really low percentage which have been right. So usually it's something about keywords, planning the search, or how to use search techniques. I don't like to be just a talking head or making a lecture for students, so then I'm activating the students with the Padlet task. You can see the picture of the Padlet below here. So first they have to put their title or the topic of their essay or writing task, and then they will think about some keywords, search words, search phrases in there. It's taking about 5 to 10 minutes to do this, and then we will talk about this together and think about what kind of words you could have more, or other all the words right to be there, how you can make the search phrases with these words. After this, I will make some database demos for the students, usually with scientific databases, and usually the databases are also mentioned in the information seeking table task. So I'm opening the task also at the same time when I'm showing the databases. I'm using the words from the Padlets. So it's a real life situation, not something I have been built up before. So they have the real situation that not every time the searching is so easy. And then if we have time, we also start making the information seeking table task, which I will tell you something more now. After the lessons, students start seek information independently. The topic they are searching information comes from the essay they are returning to the senior lecturer. So that's the topic. And for me, they are reporting the results, how they make the searches. So they are filling in this kind of information seeking table. I'm giving them ready places they have to make the searches. They are more scientific and professional places, and the databases we have both for them. They are not allowed to use Google and even not Google Scholar. I also want to know in what format the source is they found. So do they know different kind of sources? I want to know what kind of keywords they are using, how they make their search phrases, and how they narrow down the search. So how did they make the search? They have to put there in the source reference of the source, and also the most important thing is to evaluate the information and sources they found. So how they think about its good source or relevant source. And end of this table, there is also a place they can reflect how did they do, what did they think about the course, and how did they think about the learning materials. What did we learn as a teacher from this? We think the cohort teaching has a greater value to the students if we really plan the course together and make the timetable together. And it's important to use same digital tools so it's more clear to the students what we are doing. You need to have some kind of support from your own organization to use different kind of digital tools. For the students, it's important that there is instructions in many different forms, like in text, videos. We notice students more easily follow the instructions when the form of the instruction is suitable for them. I like Flipback Classroom teaching method because it really gives me time and space to interact with the students. I don't just have to be the talking head or lecture the computer. We really can have some conversations with the students. And when you are using many different digital tools, you need to necessary knowledge, skills, and time to practice how to use them. Because you usually have to also teach these things to the students too, how to use some digital tool. What we find was difficult in online teaching was that it's more hard to find those students who need additional support. We don't see the students, we don't have cameras on, the students don't have cameras on, and we don't make them, but they can use the chat room or ask a question from us, but I think it's still easier to see these students when you are in a classroom together. So, what did the students think about online teaching and this course? These answers are from my part of the course, the Flipback Learning part, and I have this part in my information seeking table task that they have to reflect. What did they learn? What was hard? How was the study material? How was the course overall and teaching overall? And there is this word cloud again. You can see the answers they had. So the most difficult thing was to choose the right search words, but they did learn a lot about how to use databases, how to use new digital tools, how to find information beyond Google. Finnish students usually find it hard to make searches in English. And now they know where to find study material, and it was surprisingly hard. It was in many answers, it is surprisingly hard to find information from the databases. But they also learn a lot of things. And overall, they liked about this task I gave them, and they liked this online teaching method. And they liked the study material. They can go back and back again, like the videos and the online guides. And then there is a quote from one student's answer. So the student was really surprised how good the live online teaching was. So it wasn't recorded, it was online teaching. And also thought about the thing that now student can really focus on teaching when there is not this classroom hustle over the students. There is always some hustle even if the students are grown-ups. So, and also they liked that the lectures were recorded so they can go back and back and back again if some things they find it hard. So now I will thank you for listening for my presentation, and if you have any questions I will be gladly to answer those.